Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And here we are on Monday, the 25th of November, 2019. It's morning, and I am on the warpath. So I had a little change in plans today. I'm not going to make a dump run this morning. I might do that tomorrow morning. Right now, I'm on the rampage looking for the entrance of how those critters are getting back into my attic. Now, I put some poison, well, that non-poison stuff up there, and it got rid of it for, well, about a week's time. I slept really good, no noises or anything. And then last night, right on schedule, 2 a.m., I started the scratch, 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 thump in the attic. It was driving me up a wall. I got up, I banged on the walls, and everything got quiet for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then it started all over again. And, oh my God. About 3 o'clock this morning, I got up with a spray bottle and loaded it with ammonia, and I went in through the little access panel I have in the bathroom and sprayed ammonia up in the attic. And it got quiet, and then I heard some scuffling around, so I guess they didn't like the smell of the ammonia. But I don't think that's going to last because the attic is vented, so that ammonia is going to wear off, and they'll be back again tonight, and it'll be another sleepless night. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of rat traps up in the attic and bait those, and I'll tie them down with wire so that if one of them gets caught in it and then tries to drag it away, I don't have to worry about trying to get it out of the attic later. I'm just going to grab a hold of the wire and pull them out. So I've been around this place and around this place 100 times, and there is absolutely, positively no accesses anywhere in the outer shell of my cabin. It is airtight. They're not getting in from the cabin itself. So my only idea is that they're coming from underground. And that means that they've got a tunnel somewhere out here or somewhere out there. And they've tunneled quite a distance to get under the cabin. And then they found an uproot from there, and the only place I can think of that they would have an uproot would be underneath the bathtub. And I did foam all of the holes and the penetrations that go through the floor there. I made sure it was all tight. If you remember my videos on that, I put a board with a hole cut in it around the drain pipe, so that was solid, and then I foamed it with the foam insulation. So I don't think that that's where they got in from, but there is a false wall between the original cabin and the new bathroom bedroom addition. And they could be coming up through that false wall. But again, I did foam everything, so they might have chewed through the flooring there in the little 4-inch space, 3-inch space that's in between the false walls. But I could swear I had a 2x3 metal stud plate on the floor there, so that if something tried to come up from underneath, they're going to hit metal. So I don't know. They might have chewed through the floor by the bathtub and got up through that way, or something. I've got to find that access and nip that in the bud somehow or another. If it means cutting walls open, I will cut walls open, but I'm going to get to the bottom of this. So right now I'm going to run out and pick up some rat traps. I'll get some of those Tomcat ones, the plastic snap ones that have the teeth on them, not the old wooden style. And those are nice because I can reach up in the attic through the opening I have and then just clip and set them. And they'll already be baited and all of that stuff. So I'm thinking that I'll bait them with some whole kernel corn that I have from that feed the chickens, because I found that was one of the favorites of the pack rat that was under my washer, my clothes washer, and I'll have to get to that. Now, I also got out here this morning and noticed that there's a pickup truck out there. I don't know what they're doing, but I've been keeping an eye on them, and we'll see. I know they didn't come down my road, so they must have come in from the other side, and they got the back end of the pickup open, so either they're dumping stuff or something. I'll check them out later, see what they dumped over there. All right, so the other thing I got to do is I really got to get into my garden house here and pull up all the old tomato plants that are all dead from the freezing temperatures. And I've got some of the tomatoes that actually did ripen on the dead plants, so I know that the skins will be hard on them, but I can parboil those and take the skins off and then make sauce out of them, or dice them up and make diced tomatoes that I could add to a stew or whatever. So I've probably got about a dozen tomatoes in there that are ready for picking. And I went through and watered everything to make sure that it stays alive until the rains come on Wednesday. It's a couple of days away. We'll see. Beautiful day today. All except for I'm a little tired because I didn't get enough sleep last night. So we'll see what's going on as far as that goes. I'll keep you posted. G-Bear reminding you to give me a thumbs up down there, please. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to go inside and have another cup of coffee. And then I'm going to grab my ladder and I'm going to go around the top of this thing and make sure that there isn't even the slightest little pencil-sized hole underneath any of the shingles or anything like that. And once I get that all locked down, then I'm going to run to town and grab some materials and get some rat traps, get those baited and get those up inside the attic. And maybe I'll be sleeping tonight and I'll hear a pop and a snap, and that'll make me sleep even better. G-Bear signing off.